dressed up and waiting for the party, keeping myself busy, play a little game, write myself a riddle, or play the piano, singing lots of nonsense, but singing just the same. Singing, singing, singing just the same. Singing, singing, singing just the same. Okay, guys, we are ready to start. If you're here, say hello. I'd love to hear from you guys. Hopefully you can hear me. I'm pretty sure everything's all ready to go. All right. Hi, guys. Welcome, welcome. Say hello. I'd love to hear from you. Hi, Katie and Karen. Glad you guys could join me. So, girls who are August girls, or autumn girls, August really is, we're like ready for fall already, aren't we? If you're an August person, I mean, an autumn person, isn't August like soon enough to start with all the cozy fall vibes? I certainly believe so. So that's what today's project is inspired by, some cozy coffee house vibes. Hi, Cecilia. Zakaya, hope I'm saying that right, from Michigan. Welcome, welcome. Hello, Chris and Diana, Debbie, Leslie. Welcome, everybody. If you're here, feel free to share today's video if you happen to be a coffee fan or a fall fan. Yes, Karen, I am ready. I know everyone who loves autumn's ready. We're like, hurry up, August. We just want to get to September and the cooler weather and all the cozy stuff. I wait all year for it, all summer. All right. Hi, Mary and Norma. Welcome, welcome, you guys. So glad to have you here. I'm Heather Powers from Humble Beads. I'm a bead maker, jewelry designer, author, illustrator, and your all-around creative muse. It's my job to get those beads off your bead table and into some jewelry each week. And guys, isn't this just the cutest little coffee cup? I'm in love with it. I did another little square version too, so depending if you want a mug of coffee or a little teacup of coffee, yeah, that's what we're going for. And then I have a quick little pair of earrings to show you using these new little Latte Love charms that I made. I have these made to order on the website right now, and we'll be filling those after the bead show next week. So if you guys are interested in grabbing some of those. Oh yes, Chris, I agree about the humidity. It's just the worst. Hi, Gail from Florida, and Anita and Carlene, Sheila. Everything is good with me. Thank you for the well wishes. Hi, Judy and Shelley. All right, we're going to be working with 18 gauge copper wire. That's what we're going to make our frame of the coffee cup out of. So we're going to start with that. And I'm going to just jump in here and get working on it. So let me move some of my coffee shop ingredients out of the way so that my camera doesn't try to focus on all of that. And so what I'm going to do in today's video is show you how to make the frame. But the necklace, I'm just going to walk you through it. You don't really need to show me, you don't need me to show you how to put the necklace together because it's just beads on eye pins and then hooked together with jump rings. Very easy. We got this. Oh, Judy, you're from Michigan too. Yay, guys. Welcome, welcome. Okay, so Joanne, I'm reading. I just ordered a pair of the latte charms. When we ordered these 2 charms and wanted if 2 hearts will accompany them, as I'd like to make them into earrings. So you ordered these 2 guys and you're looking for the little heart charms. You'll have to look on the website if I have any more of those available. And so if you order them together, they're going to ship out together, if that answers your question. If not, feel free to ask again. All right, Sheila, these little beads They are coffee beans, you guys. Look how cute these are. I just added these to the website today. And, you know, I'm not a coffee drinker, but I'll be darned if these aren't just the cutest little coffee beans. And I'm going to wear a coffee bean necklace because they're so freaking adorable. I love them to pieces. And so we have them in this coppery color, and then I have them in the darker mother of pearl, which kind of has a little bit of a burgundy coppery vibe to it. And so those are the two that I have. I got light roast and dark roast. And these are check glass beads, Kim. Yes. All right. Yeah. So those are new on the website. And then also we have, I'll just show them to you now since we're talking about new beads. I have these faceted rondelles, and these are 4x6 millimeter, and these are also on the website that are new, and I've used these on the necklace. You can see here we have those little guys. So that's what's new on the website. But let's get to the making. Okay, we're going to start with 8 inches of 18 gauge wire. And 8 inches is very generous. You're going to have a little bit left over. Could do 7 inches, but sometimes it's easier to wrap it. And so Joanne, no, they don't have a heart with them. Only the charms, and the charms have a little heart on them. So I'm sorry if there was confusion there. It's just the charms are what ships out if you ordered the charms. Okay, we're going to start. Make sure I got this right. I'm going to start a little to the right. So not quite in the center. I have a little bit longer. And what I'm going to do, let's grab my chain nose pliers. And let's see, this is about, like an inch up from the bottom. And I'm going to take my pliers and do a bend straight across. Okay, and then just straighten that up a little bit. So that's going to be our first bend. We're just going to make the bottom of the mug here. Sheila, I did match these. Oh, if you guys are looking for kits for this necklace, I didn't make any kits for this necklace. So, I just have the bits and pieces. All right, we have the frame started, and I'm going to wrap the top one around the wire 2 times. And I'm going outward on this top wrap. And I'm going to cut this with the flush cutters, and I want to tighten that end up as much as I can to the wire. And I'm going to straighten this out just a little bit, making sure I don't bend the top of my wire. So that is the next step. So we have that little wrap around, and now we're going to make the handle of the mug, and I'm just turning this over. I'm going to have to cut a little bit of this off to make it easier. Oh, you know, really 8 inches is a good size for this. And I am using copper wire that's been pre-darkened. So this wire was dark already. You can, of course, make the frame and then darken it too. Or you could use parawire, like the brass wires, if you wanted. Okay, now I'm going to take this end of the wire, and we're going to wrap 2 times around the side of the coffee cup, but we're going to be going upward from the handle. So let me get this wrapped around there nice and tight and over as far as I can. There we go, that's looking good. And I'm going to push it through. Wrapping it around as tight as I can. Okay, now I'm going to cut that off, and then we got to get that squeezed in. And you can use your regular pliers, but if you have a pair of parallel pliers, it makes the job much, much easier. So let me get a good grip on this. And then I'm going to close that nice and tight with these parallel pliers that just do a remarkable job very easily of tightening up that. Okay, now before we do any hammering, I'm just going to do any little finessing that I want on this guy. So if there's any changes that I want at all, I want to do them now before I do any kind of hammering. So I'm just going to grab it on the bottom and give it a little squeeze if there's any part that needs to be a little flatter. See, this part right here needs to be a little flatter, so I'm going to use my pliers to squeeze and make that flat. And there is my coffee cup frame. Cheers! Hi, Wanda! Nice to see you here. And now we're going to do some hammering with this little guy, and steel bench block, rubber base, and the rubber base is just to dampen the sound. I'm going to put the little handle over on the edge. Okay, can you guys hear me? All right, sorry about that. I see the sound. So hopefully you just saw I just hammered first. Are we back in business? Can you guys hear me? Let me know. Okay, good. So I just hammered the little handle first. I started with the hammer up and then turned it over and hammered on the back. And I did that about 2 times on each side. And then I started on the back of the wire and hammered all around and then turned it over. And I did that 2 or 3 times until I felt like it was, you know, that it looked like I wanted it to. There's not a science to it, anything. It's going to be pretty much all covered except for the top part. You're not going to see the sides and the bottom. Well, the bottom, I guess you see. The sides, you're not going to see very much. So I wouldn't worry too much about those ends. Okay. So that's our frame. Oh, and then I said that we hammer to work harden the wire so that it's nice and sturdy and it's not going to go anywhere. So that's why we do the hammering. All right, now we're ready to get to the fun part. And I'm going to be using 24 gauge parawire, and I'm going to use this art metal color. You could use a copper or a bronze color too. And I'm going to do about 12 inches. Probably won't need that much, but you know me, I like a little extra wire. So I'm going to start at the end where the corner of the handle here. And I'm going to wrap around. I just had a little, like, 1/2 inch. And I'm going to wrap around 2 or 3 times. I'm going to use my pliers to do the wrapping. So I'm going to pull that around, and it's going to be kind of loose at first, and then each time you pull it, it's going to get a little bit tighter. So it's nice and tight around there now. And I'm going to squish those all together. Now we're going to cut on the back, the wire. Always cut your wires towards the back of your design. And we'll just squeeze that in a little bit. And now we're ready to add our beads. Oh, darn it. I did this wrong. It looks better. This is my hot tip for you. You want to start at the bottom. If you mess up, you guys, you just trim it off. No big deal. Let me get this completely cut off. Okay, we're going to start at the bottom. And I'm going to do exactly the same thing, except I'm wrapping underneath. So I'm going to wrap 2 times really tightly. Trim that off in the back and pinch it. Yeah, if you start at the top and work your way down, the curve of the cup gets a little tricky and your beads don't lay as flat as if you start from the bottom and work your way up. Ask me how I know. This is not the first one that I've made. Okay. So there, it doesn't have to be straight across. You see it's kind of looking towards the bottom. Mary, this is 24 gauge wire, and then the one that I hammered with was 18. And now I'm going to use size 8 seed beads, and I have a little latte mix here that we have on the website, and I'm going to string enough to go across to the other side of my frame. So you're just gonna put them on and then see how many more you need to go. It's a really ineffective way to do it. Don't try to pick up each seed bead. Have them on a surface that you can just slip the wire into the hole, and then it goes much faster. Okay, so I went a little too far, so I'm going to take 2 of these beads off, and so I'm all the way across my wire, and I'm going to wrap around 2 times. So there's once, and I want to keep these wraps as close as I can to each other. So we have 1, 2, and then we're going to go up again. I'm going to pull that nice and tight, get my beads fixed on there so they're not moving around. And I am going to use my pliers one more time to scooch all those little wires next to each other so there's not any gaps. Okay, we can see how that's done, and now I'm going to do another row going the other way. And again, much easier to do that than to try to put each bead onto your wire. And again, these are size 8 seed beads. So when you're looking for seed beads, you want size 8 for this. You could do smaller or bigger seed beads, but I liked the 8s. They were a good size for this project. Okay. So I've come to the other side and reached the frame. So I'm going to wrap around 2 times all the way around. And I want to make sure that first wrap is super tight. So I'm going to wrap once, twice, and then go back up through the wire frame. So what do you guys think? This is a really easy little project to do. And you could do one color, if you were mathematically inclined and could figure out the count, wouldn't it be cute to do a little seed bead heart on the inside where you could use a like two colors and have the heart a color and then the coffee cup a color? That would be super cute. I thought about it for a second, but didn't have the math skills to, or the brain power, or the time to figure it out. But I thought I'd throw it out there in case somebody was feeling ambitious. I'm going to just finish this guy off as quickly as I can. So I'm not a coffee drinker, I'm a tea drinker. And but I still celebrate and approve of all the coffee vibes, including visits to our local coffee shop, which we have quite a few of them here in town for how small our town is. Love going to a coffee shop and drawing. Sketchbook and pencils and a chai latte. That is just a little slice of heaven right there. Okay, I've made it to the end. Then I'm going to wrap around tightly 2 times. 1, 2. I'm not counting the first wrap as the 2 that I'm doing. So there's the 2. Squish those together. Then you always want to start at the inside of your frame. Hey Joanne, I see your question there. What we do is if you place 2 orders, we refund one of the shippings. So you can place the 2 orders and know that one of the shippings will be refunded for you. And we try to do that as often as we can, combine your orders so that we can save you on some shipping, so that you can spend it on more beads, right? We know how it goes. And I really love this color combination of, I have this golden topaz color, a bronze, a little bit of a burgundy in here, tiny touches of a metallic green, and then a matte purple. It's just really pretty. I want to sweater that color. Okay, now I'm gonna, when you're come to this point, one thing you need to keep in mind is you don't want to bend this wire when you're pulling it through, and it wants to kink up and bend when it gets into this little tight corner. I don't know why, it just does. So you just got to be real careful when you're pulling this through on this side that it goes through and doesn't curl up on you at all. Well, this one's behaving nicely. I probably just jinxed myself there. And again, you're wrapping around completely 2 times after you get to the end. Oh, yeah, see, it wants to curl up there, so you got to be real careful when you get to this little area. For some reason, it wants to just curl up onto itself. Okay, now we're going to go back the other way. And just zipping along, getting these on as quickly as I can. And again, the easiest way to add seed beads onto your wire is to have them in a little flat surface, and then poke the wire through the center of the bead, and then they just jump onto the wire, and you don't have to try to find the holes. Because I don't know about you, but my eyes are not what they used to be. Okay, I think that's the last one for this row. Let's test it out. Okay, and I will make a little note here. You really want to end the beads before the wire frame so that they fit in to the frame, so I'm going to take that last bead off. Hi Janet, nice to have you here watching us or hanging out with us. And stick around to the end, you guys, because we are going to do our weekly $30 gift certificate for humblebeads.com. Okay, so I got the 3. And the reason I'm doing 3 is it gives it a nice space in between each of the rows, so it lays really nicely. Okay, so I'm going to do 2 more rows here and try to hurry myself up. So does anyone have a favorite tea they can recommend? I love chai tea, and then what is it? It's like Bengal spice is a chai tea that I really love, and oh, I can't remember the name of one of my favorite ones I found last year. It was like sweet and spicy or something like that. I'll need to look it up and share with you guys next week. It was so good. All right, trying as soon as you're like trying to hurry, then you can't. That's the way it goes. Okay, I am going to do 1 more row on here. So I'm going to wrap this around, and I really need to be careful getting this through because it wants to bend. But I'm not going to let it. Vanilla chai tea, yes. That's always delicious. Ooh, chocolate mint tea. If you guys haven't tried chocolate mint tea, oh, highly recommend. It's actually not made with chocolate at all. It's chocolate mint is actually a variety of mint, and it smells exactly like chocolate. Tastes like mint and has a slightly chocolatey smell to it. I mean, taste to it, but it smells so heavenly chocolatey. Definitely one of my favorites. Okay, you know what? Now that I have that tied up, I feel like that's pretty full. Maybe I could fit 1 more in there, but I feel like it's going to lay on top of the frame, and I don't want that. So I'm going to wrap 1 more time here so I have my 3, so everything's nice and consistent. And then I'm going to cut this off. Okay. There she is. So cute and adorable. Oh my gosh. Just please let it be autumn now. So cute. Okay, now the little heart. I am going to attach it with a tiny little jump ring that I have here. Oh, I had one. Oh, I think I might have passed them over to Jessie. Let me find another one. Okay. This is like a 4mm jump ring that I'm going to use. Yes, Monica, there is a chocolate mint you can grow, and oh, it's delicious. Yeah, I'm sure it's made from that. Okay, now the little hearts, you guys, are from Nun Design, and I didn't have a huge amount of these in stock, so if you just look up Nun Design heart charms, you can find them from other shops until I get some more in, because I know you guys don't want to wait. But I will have some of these after next week, some more of them. So if you ordered the little latte charms or some of the birds and you don't mind waiting, you can add some of those to your order when I get back next week, because I'm going to be gone for the rest of this week doing the Bead Fest in Jackson. Okay, so I have my little heart here on the charm. I'm going to slip it on here. If you don't want it to move around and you want it to be in one singular spot, you can slip it between the two beads. I'm just going to slip it on here and let it roam around as it does. And make sure I close that up nice and tight. Okay, so there's my little guy on top of my charms. Ooh. There we go. Oh, no, he wants to poke up. I'm using a slightly smaller jump ring than I did before. Do I care? Maybe I'll try to stick it in between the two beads. Or maybe I'll just leave it for now. See how much it bothers me. Oh, there we go. No, that's not gonna work. I'm just gonna chop this guy off. And grab my jump ring box. If I can reach it. Sometimes you just need the perfect jump ring. Okay, slightly larger than that one. This is a 5mm. Yeah, so Joanne, when I have those back in stock, I'll let you guys know. I'll send out an email and let you guys know, and you can add that to an existing order, and we will ship those together. Okay, that's better, right? Asking myself. Yeah, there we go. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, so we got our little guy there, and now we're gonna walk you through the necklace and how I put it together, because you don't need to see me do that. So I did these little guys on eye pins, and I did 5 of them on one side, and then between each of the coffee beans I did a 9x25mm jump ring. On the bottom here on this side I have a little 6mm etched jump ring that I used, and you'll need your coffee bean, the first one, you need the hole going left to right, and then the top hole going back to front, so that it lays on there nicely. And now we're on this side, we're going to put the jump ring in between the first 2 wires, and then you'll wear it like this, straight up and down, but put it through those first 2 wires to hold on to. And then over here I started with 1 coffee bean, and then I did one of the branch disc beads in a copper color. These little guys, I hammered it a little bit flat and then put the faceted Hishi bead on there, the 4x6 ones that are new. And again, just with the eye pins, I did simple loops on each side. And then on this side, I used the 6mm jump rings in between the 9x25mm to attach everything. And then I have this paper clip chain that I bought from someone on Etsy. I'm sorry, I can't remember the name of it, but any kind of chain. Vintage has some large oval loop chain like this too, in brass. And then I did a hook and eye clasp for the back and attached it with 6mm jump rings. Any questions about the necklace? Let me know. Green tea and changa with a touch of lemon, sweetened with raw local honey. Betty, that sounds delicious. Oh, love it. Okay, so let's do the earrings real quick. So we're going to use the little Latte Love charms. Oh, and if you guys are into tea and not the coffee beans. You could use these little cute leaves that we had, and there's your tea leaf. So I'm going to do one with a tea leaf and one with a coffee bean so that you can see both options. Oh, we lost my feed here. 1 second, let me get back here. Okay, don't know why that happened. Here we go. Back again, my friends. Who knows? Okay, so I have the hammered rings, the brass ones. I put these back in the shop today. So we have those guys. We have our little charms. Looks like I forgot to paint the back of one. So I'll paint that later since these are for myself. So for this one, I'm going to start with the coffee bean on a small head pin. And I'm going to use my one-step looper to make a loop on here. And I think it could be a little bit tighter of a loop. So I'm going to stick my pliers in here, open that loop up, pull it down a little bit further on the pliers so that the loop's a little bit bigger, and then close it up. Okay. And now on the bottom here, I'm going to attach these with an 8mm jump ring, but first I am going to punch a little hole. This is a 1.5mm hole punch, and I'm just going to center this below the top hole and give it a squeeze. Oop, could have had it down a little further, but as I always say, if someone's close enough to be picky about the mistakes in your earrings, they should be kissing you and not looking at your earlobes. Right? So there we go. All right, I'm going to use the just grabbing all my ingredients here. Okay, I have my 8mm jump ring, and I'm going to use this to attach the charm to the bottom of the hammered link, or hammered hoop, sorry. Slip that through the hole, close that up. And if you were feeling a little colorful, you could use Colorful Soul Vintage paints and color this a different color. I kind of liked the metallic, just it has that nice little coffee vibe, so I'm sticking with it. Okay, and now I'm taking a 6mm jump ring, and this is a fancy etched one, but you can just use a plain one. I'm going to stick my coffee bean through it, stick it through the top of the hole here. Oh no, do I want it through the top of the hole? Yeah. Okay, maybe. There we go. Flip that little bean around. And then I'm going to take this larger 9x25mm jump ring and stick that on. I guess you didn't really have to put that on because you're going to have to open it anyways. Slip on your ear wire. And close this up. And then, so here's my little Latte Love earring. Adorable. Let's do it with the tea leaf on the other side, because maybe you're like me and you drink tea instead of coffee. Okay. My other little little jump ring ran off. Okay, digging through my little bags real quick. I don't know where it went to. Of course, that always means it's like right in front of my face. Right? That's the way it goes. Okay, here we go. I think this one might be a little bit thicker. Oh, I think I found it. I got it. Oh, yeah. Who said that? Brenda said a mini leaf would work on top of here too. Yeah, guys. Especially if you're a tea drinker. The little leaf would look really cute. And what you could do is, yeah, I would just leave it. No, I probably would. I wouldn't want this big thing on there. I might just take this and wrap it around the top. You know, just use this and wrap it around as a bail. That's probably what I would do for that. And then you would have a little cup of tea. Okay, so exactly the same design. We are going to stick the 8mm jump ring on here. And stick it through the bottom of the loop. Close that up. And then on the top, I'm going to grab the 6mm jump ring, slip that through the loop, and then slip on my little tea leaf. How cute is that? I'm in love already. This would be such a cute little gift if you have a friend that you meet regularly at a coffee shop, or you have a friend who's an avid tea drinker. I think this would be a really sweet gift for them. And put the 9x25mm jump ring on the top with the copper plated ear wire. And there we go. We have the tea version. So whether you're drinking a chai latte or a mocha latte, we have you covered. What do you guys think? Love them? I love them. I might even just wear them asymmetrical. Is that too weird? I don't know. All right, so that's our goodies for the day. I hope you love this project. I am quite a smitten kitten over the whole coffee bean thing. Okay, so let's jump to our giveaway. Give me 1 second. Oh, I see I missed a whole bunch of comments here. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything. Oh, perfect necklace for a barista. Yes, Chris, that's so true. All right. Joanne, will I be selling the earrings as a kit? Do you guys want the earrings as a kit? Do you want the necklace as a kit? Oh, I can't do the necklace as a kit because I don't want to source the chain. But if you want the earrings as a kit, you could talk me into that. If enough of you said yes, I would do the earrings as a kit. But not the necklace because I can't source that wholesale. All right. So, Linda, I am definitely going to have some coffee themed beads. I will have the latte love ones, and then I will have some little disc beads to match. Ooh, did the wrong one there. Give me a second while I pull up the giveaway here. And if you guys don't know, this weekend is the Bead Fest in Jackson, Michigan. It is a 3-day event. There's classes Thursday, but if you haven't signed up for classes already, those are already filled up. So Friday and Saturday from 10 to 7, the show will be going on in Jackson, and then on Sunday from 10 to 5. So if you're around, go to the Jackson Bead Festival on Facebook and you will find all of the details. Okay, let me pay attention to what I'm doing here. Share my screen. So I'm going to show you guys. It's #latte. And we're going to be doing a $30 Humble Beads gift certificate giveaway. Janet, yes, I was wondering if you were going to be at the Bead Fest. Yay! And the coffee bead beads, I do have them in the shop, Sally. They might have been sold out during the show, so if they are, we will have some early next week when I get back. I'll place an order today for more of them. Alright, #latte, that's going to get you the goodies. And so while that is playing, or while you guys are working on #latte, how do I get 3? Oh, here we go. Here we go. Is that right? Oh. I can't seem to get it. #latte. That's what you guys want to put in. And we'll go through. If you guys haven't been to the website or got my newsletter, we do have made-to-order bird beads, and those are shipping out at the end of August. I'll be working on them as soon as I get back from vacation. Not vacation, from the show on Monday. I'll start working on them and get them filled, but it may take me up to 3 weeks to get all the orders filled. And we have the made-to-order bird beads and the latte charms, so you can grab either one of those. Mysterious M. We used size 8 seed beads for today's project, and the wire that I used was 18 gauge for the frame and 24 gauge for the wrapping. Okay guys, here's the info about the Jackson Bead Festival. I am going to have mostly birds and disc beads at the show, so, and quite a bit of jewelry too. All the samples that you see every week, I'll be having those. Oh yay, Solitary Empath, you had the coffee beans but you didn't know what to do with them, so now you can pull them out and do some cute things. Okay, so I think there's 20 some vendors at the Jackson Bead Festival, with quite a few of them as artisan bead makers, so it's going to be super fun. Cassandra's going to have a lot of beads there, the check glass beads. I know she is going to have coffee beads, the check glass ones, at the show. We've coordinated that. And then this week is last call for the Field Guide Jewelry Retreat. Registration is going to close on Friday because we have to get those kits shipped out to you guys next week, and we need to get all of that pulled and ready to go. So Friday, last day to register for the online retreat. We're going to teach the faux tin leaves, how to do the image transfer, and cutting all those fancy leaf shapes. We have a day of making faux fossilized agate beads, and then we have a day of making jewelry, and we're going to do saltwater etching also on copper. It's going to be super fun. Let's see. Kate asks, what are the hearts made out of? And so these little hearts, these are they're non-design and they're copper plated. So they use a base metal pewter for the bottom, and then they're copper plated on top. So that's the story with the charms. I will have some more next week. If I don't have, I'm pretty sure they're all sold out. I'll have some more next week if you want to wait, or you can just look up Nun Design Charms, Heart Charms, and you guys can find, I think Lima Beads carries them, if you guys are interested. Okay, I think we have all of the hashtag lattes, so I am ready to draw a name. Here we go. We always need like some music. Oh, Kimberly Crawford. Woo-hoo. Oh yes, Vic. I can't wait to see Marsha again. It's been a long time since I've seen her. Okay, so Kimberly, Mr. Humblebeads at gmail.com. You want to email Mr. Humblebeads and let him know you're this week's winner, and he will take care of you and send you your gift certificate. Okay, Kate, I'm sorry. She's like, no, Heather, the white ones, these little guys. You were asking what are these made out of? These are polymer clay. So these are little artisan charms that I make and hand paint. And so polymer clay, that's what all of my artisan beads on my website are, polymer clay. So the birds and the any of the little artisan charms that you see on the website are polymer clay. Alright guys, that is the end of our video. Thanks for hanging out with me and spending the hour with me. I see that we had a handful of people who are interested in the earring kits, so I will go ahead and put a listing for those on the website, and you guys can add that to your orders. It's my birthday on Sunday on the 11th. I'm a Leo, in case you couldn't tell. So let me remove Kate's comment here. Alright, just before you go, if you guys place an order, any order through now until Friday, no, let's do it till Sunday. From now until Sunday, we're going to do free acrylic charms, flowers or leaves, a pair in your order. You can use them to make really cute earrings. Or if you place, and if you place an order of $50 or more, every $50 will get you a little pair of wobbles. And in case you're wondering, Heather, I'm new here, what's a wobble? Wobbles are the little artisan beads that we make, and so you'll get a pair, and I always try to match them up with your order. So for every $50 you spend, we will be throwing a pair of these little wobbles in with your order. They make the cutest little earrings. Alright, that's it guys. Thank you so much. I hope to see some of you on this weekend for the Bead Festival. Oh, and speaking of the Bead Festival, all of the art beads will be taken off the website tonight. So, you know, I'm going to have to get all those orders pulled and ready to go so that we don't oversell your beads, and we have those all ready. And then next week we'll be putting all the art beads that haven't sold back onto the website, and we'll have some new pieces for you guys next week, because I always make a ton of stuff unless my birthday wish comes true and I sell out of everything. That would be nice. So art beads will be taken off the website from tonight until Monday, and then orders are going to ship out on Tuesday. We're going to get home on Monday, so orders will ship out on Tuesday that aren't made to order, and then your made to order items will ship out as soon as we can between next week and the end of August. Alright you guys, thank you so much. Let me know if you have any questions. Feel free to leave comments, and I will be glad to help you out. Thank you guys for the birthday wishes. I'm excited.